Okay. We are now recording. Welcome, everybody. Let's see here. Okay, so tonight I want to talk to you guys about sponsoring. I feel like this is literally the biggest thing that we need to focus on. And this will not only, this is going to help us, this is the number one thing that is going to help us promote is sponsoring. And this is also the number one struggle that I have been told by literally everybody who I've asked. This is everybody's number one struggle is sponsoring. And so that's, I want to talk about it. I want to get it out there and just put out a few things and let you know a few things that is going to help you to become a solid sponsoring, queen. All right. There's a lot more, and I'm going to talk about it in the weeks to come. But a lot of this stuff has come from a lot of our top sponsors. Myself, I personally have sponsored over 100 people. And it takes more than just shooting out the occasional opportunity message. All right. It takes more than creating and posting an opportunity video once in a while. It takes more than creating your why video. It takes more than throwing up a picture of the presenter's kit. It takes more than that. It's completely different than that. So here's number one. You have to have a presence, okay? You have to have a solid social media presence. That is being consistent. That's how we get that, okay? That's being consistent, being on your timeline every day, getting into people's news feeds, creating relationships with people, right? This is how you create a presence, a solid social media presence. It means that your profile should be full of positive and funny and lifestyle and, with unique, okay? And value adding posts, okay? You want to make sure that your posts are creating value for your audience, whether or not, it's in your team or in your prospects or in your customers or whatever. You need to make sure that you are creating value. So covering many interests and topics. You want to make sure your posts are covering many interests and topics. Your profile, I cannot stress this enough, must be public. You need to have a public profile. If somebody shares your stuff and someone you don't know, a new person who could potentially be your rock star, sees your posts and tries to go to your page and they can't see anything. They'll see you and that's it. So you must have that profile public. I can understand, people are like, oh, I don't want my kids on there. I don't want this. I don't want that. Fine. Change the audience on those pictures. But I can also tell you that completely cutting out all family pictures and all of that makes you a salesperson. And that is not what we are looking to be. It doesn't make you real. It doesn't make you relatable. So that's just something, okay? But I just want you to realize how important it is to have your profile public, okay? So if you want to post things and you don't want everyone to see it, like I said, you need to learn the features like the lists and albums and privacy settings. It is very easy for you to turn something off. If it's something really intimate for your family or something, you need to turn it off. You need to just put it into whatever, friends and family and lists and whatever it is, or just make that one private, right? You need to promote your business without selling on your personal profile every single day. Okay. You need to promote yourself. That is how you're promoting your business. You're promoting yourself. You're selling yourself. You're not selling awesome makeup. You're not selling an opportunity. You're selling yourself. And you're sharing the excitement and the love that you have for something, just like you would with any of your friends. Oh my God, I had the best pizza the other day. Stuff like that. I had, like, we found this amazing new restaurant and it's incredible. Or, oh my gosh, you've got to try out this, go check out this store. The prices are incredible. The products are great. Whatever it is, you do this every single day with your friends and your family. And that's something that you need to transfer into this opportunity. So we need to be doing that daily, right? We need to promote ourselves. We need to show, how many times have I told you this? We need to show passion. We need to show excitement. We need to show respect and appreciation for our company. We need to talk about how amazing we think Younique is, because I know every single one of you is in it with me, bleeding purple and being absolutely head over heels in love with our company, in love with our founders, in love with the opportunity. And we see it and we feel it and we see the lives that it's changing, and it's changing our lives, and it's doing so much for our families and for our kids and for our self-esteem and for our teams and everything. And we need to then transfer that vision that we have, transfer that passion, transfer that excitement onto our profile in a way that is not, salesy. Like, we need to show the emotion, you know what I'm saying? Because that's going to draw people in. All right. We need people to see that we are team players. Okay. We need to share how we feel. We're not going to grow if we don't post, create videos, and go live consistently. Now, it's not what it used to be, where we used to say post 5 to 10 times a day and blah, 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 blah. That's not the way the algorithm works anymore. And every single one of your posts absolutely does not need to be unique. Okay. However, there needs to be something, maybe not saying the name of your company, maybe, but something that brings you back to that. Hashtag work from home. Check out my kids. Check out this, whatever. Hashtag this, hashtag that. Hashtag momtrepreneur. Whatever it is. Excuse me. So we need to share how we feel and all of that, and actually be vulnerable. All right. So, and like I said, with everything, with the posting, the 2 to 3, at tops 4 posts a day that you're putting up. And that includes any funny something that you share. It includes any of that. If you're sharing a funny cat video, first of all, it's a waste of a post, okay? Because it's not bringing traffic to your page whatsoever. An interactive post is where you're saying, like how we were talking about the Christmas tree post or whatever, the, white lights, colored lights. That is something that people will share, and they will comment on it, and it will get lots and lots and lots of interaction. But you need to make sure that you are being consistent, regardless of whatever that is. You have to be consistent. I know I have to get back to being consistent with my lives and going live every single day, like I was doing from the time that live came out, which is now about 2 years now. Right? It's about 2 years. Come January, it's about 2 years. So I need to get back to that, where I was going live at least once a day. Now, that was back when it was 5, 7, 10 posts a day that you were doing. So right now, I highly suggest just making one of your posts be alive. Okay. And figure out when is the best time for you to go live. When is your numbers the highest? I understand that some of us know that in the evening right now is the best time to go live. for me, it is right now. For my audience. But if I can't, then I need to find another time to go live and still get it out there, because the 99.9% of the people who are viewing those lives are viewing them in a replay. So even if you have to do it at noon, even if you have to do it at 3:00 in the afternoon, and it's not, and you don't have any viewers on there, it doesn't frickin' matter, because the most of the people who are going to watch that are going to be watching it on a replay. So you are doing that live, not necessarily for the live viewers, but for the replay. So that's the whole thing about being consistent, right? People will not see you if you are not being consistent. They will not be intrigued with what you're doing if you're not being consistent. And they won't see any value in our company or the products if you are not giving value to our company and the products. Okay. Another thing that you have to do, and this all comes back and ties into sponsoring. So one of the things that we have to do is we need to have a solid task list, a daily, method of operation, a task list of things that must get done. How many people are you contacting daily about the opportunity? How many new friends are you, how many new people are you creating relationships with? Not necessarily adding people to your Facebook, because again, you're diluting your audience if you're adding people that aren't going to be of any, that don't, what's the word? They're not going to add value to you, and they're not going to watch you. Certain people, you can tell who you should be adding and who you shouldn't, right? And you should also be going into your friends list and trimming out all of that fat as well, because there are a lot of people in there that you haven't talked to in years who are not commenting on your stuff, who are not doing anything. And number one, they may not be seeing any of your stuff, but more than likely, they just need to be booted. I'm sorry. If you haven't seen so-and-so for 15 years, or you haven't seen them since high school or whatever it is, and they don't interact with you and you don't interact with them, get them out of there. Okay. Cause you need to trim that fat, because when you are doing a live, then instead of all of the people that you do want seeing it, they're not seeing it because your audience is so diluted with people that don't matter. So John Smith and, the entire football team from class of 02 or whatever it is seeing your videos. Well, guess what? John Smith and the rest of that football team don't give a crap about our makeup. Okay. You're diluting your entire, your audience. You're diluting it, right? So your consistency in that sense isn't working for you because you've got a diluted audience. So how many relationships are you creating or nurturing every day? All right. How many posts are you interacting on? How many of your customers' posts are you interacting on? How many online parties are you booking this month? If you don't ask people daily, your team is not going to grow, okay? You need to ask hundreds of people consistently to get a steady influx of people into your business. You need to be asking every single person. And I've said this now for the past 3 weeks on our Zooms. I have brought this back up. When I was in Atlanta at Empower You, there is one thing that really struck me, and it's not that it's anything that I haven't heard before, because I've heard it before, but it was the way it was said, and it was in that moment in time when the stars aligned, and it hit me differently than it ever has before. And that was said by Bree. And she said, I don't care if your 95-year-old granny bought a lip gloss from you. You offer them the frickin' opportunity. Every single person. We are not the ones to make a decision for somebody and whether or not this opportunity is going to work for them. It's not our choice. It's their choice. Whether or not they decide to do it is up to them. But putting that opportunity in front of them is our job. This has blessed us so much. Think about if we didn't have the opportunity, didn't find the opportunity, or in most cases, we're not offered the opportunity by someone. Can you even imagine? I can't. I cannot imagine this amazing company, this amazing team that we have here not being a part of my life. I literally cannot imagine. I can't. So again, with the solid task list, where was I? Online parties, asking people daily, literally every single person you need to ask, every single one. Hundreds of people consistently to get a steady influx of people into your business, because we need to be real here. All right. People genuinely, generally, God, can't get a word out. Generally, they don't join overnight. Okay. We have to talk to them. We have to nurture relationships. That's what we're doing. We're building relationships. And when we build that relationship, we're building that trust. Right. And then they're seeing more value in the opportunity as that relationship is building, as they're seeing the value that we are giving to how it's enriching our lives. So that's it. It doesn't happen overnight, right? But if you are not nurturing relationships and building new friendships daily, you will quickly tap out of your current network. Your network is not going to grow if you are not constantly and consistently finding new friends. That's what we are in the business of. We are not in the business of selling makeup. We are in the business of making friends, making genuine friendships, building trust. I cannot tell you, my God. So not only have I not met more than probably 90% of my team, okay, we've got 1,000 people on this team. I haven't met 90% of them physically. Am I best friends with people I've never met? Absolutely, I am. Absolutely. But that's because of relationship building, relationship nurturing. My customers, I got people sending me Christmas cards. Never, ever seen them a day in my life. Never. And yet I talk to them so much. I just got a message come through on my phone. A friend that I have now met several times because she only lives a couple hours away, but she started off as a customer of mine. That she found me through Facebook and started and became a customer, and she's telling me she's going to be driving through my city. I don't know. I didn't look at it, but going to be driving through and wants to come and see me. These are the things that you're not only like, that's my life. Like, it is enriching my life that these people, that all of you are in it now. How many of you did I know before Younique? Very, very few. Very few people before Younique. A very, very small handful I knew before Younique. And now look at this, right? So that if you are not making friends on a daily basis, if you are not nurturing those relationships on a daily basis, you're going to tap out and your network is going to stop growing. Your audience is going to stop growing. Facebook only shows your posts to less than 13% of your friends list. Less than 13% of your friends are seeing your posts. Okay, so we have to be really diligent on this relationship building, because those are the people, when Facebook sees that you are having a relationship, it's a computer, okay? These aren't people sitting behind a computer saying, oh, that looks like something good. Let's put that in there. It's all about algorithm. It's all about a pattern and getting into the proper pattern that's going to serve us. All right. So only less than 13% of your friends list are seeing your post. Only 10% of your list represents actual potential customers and team members. So we need to do the math on that, right? We are in the business of building relationships, like I said, and we need to start networking, and we need to keep networking every single day. I've said it, and I can say it until I'm blue in the face, but until you actually put that into action, because I guarantee that every single one of you knows this. But if you're not doing it, that knowledge is useless. It's completely useless if you are not putting that knowledge into action. And when I tell you this, I am telling myself this. 100,000,000%, I am telling myself this too. Because let me tell you, I am not perfect when it comes to this. I know exactly what I need to be doing. I know exactly how much I need to be doing. I know all of the things. I have all of that in here. I have taken class after class, after webinar, after training, after this, after that. I know the things I've learned from my own experiences. But if we are not putting them into action, we are not actually doing that, we're not going to get anything from it. The results are not going to come if we are not putting action behind that knowledge. So we need to build those relationships. We need to get networking. And oh my God, I can't say this enough. And I know that some of you, Rebecca, who is on here right now, if you are not having online parties, you are missing out on the single most effective way to grow a network. The single most effective way is having parties. You may not get a freaking sale from that party, and it doesn't matter. That is not, having parties is not where you're going to get the bulk of your sales 90% of the time. The bulk of your sales, once you get going, is in retention, is in your customers that you are building. But guess what? Those customers do come from somewhere. And that somewhere, a lot of times, is from these parties. Most of the time is from these parties. It could be 6 months down the road that they finally decide, oh my God, I want this. Or they never buy a flipping thing from you, but they think, hey, I want to try this opportunity. Because you made friends with them, you connected with them in some way or another, and then they see all of your stuff that you're doing. It's a network. It is the most effective way to network, is having online parties. Book 42 parties at one time. It doesn't matter. And Rebecca can tell you that as well, where it doesn't matter if you have one going or if you have 42 going. The only thing is that you have to post 42 times instead of one. But you're posting the same thing, and you just go and you go through and do it. Now, we need to make sure that, we're doing all of the other things as well, which is not being spammy and being ourselves and all of that. And that's a whole nother thing. And Rebecca can talk about that for days, okay, on how to do parties. And I'm going to leave that to her. Okay. But that is the number one way. So when you get off of here, you need to get your butt into Messenger and get some parties booked. Okay. Because that's how you're going to sponsor. You're going to sponsor through parties. Because that's where you're going to be building your relationships. Also, this is my favorite part. The next part is it takes a positive mindset. I cannot say this enough. I cannot say this enough. This company is a gift. You've heard me say it 16 million times. This is a gift. This opportunity is the biggest gift I was ever given in my life. Other than obviously my children and whatnot, those really important things. But this opportunity is a gift. We need to stop worrying about what people are going to think. Stop. I can't tell you enough. Stop worrying about what people are going to think. It doesn't matter what they flipping think. When you offer them the opportunity, offer them the gift. It is a gift. Stop worrying about what they're going to think. Stop worrying about them saying no. Stop doing that. You need to go into it with the mindset that you are offering them something that will change their life. You are giving a gift. Do you walk up to your Christmas morning, you're hanging with your family, and you go to hand, your mom a gift? Are you nervous? Are you worried about what they're going to say or think? No, you're freaking excited that you're giving somebody something that you picked out for them, or something that is ridiculously valuable. And there is no difference in offering this opportunity. So when you go to a birthday party and you give somebody a gift and you're excited because you picked something out that's going to be perfect for them, that is what this opportunity is. And that is how you need to present it. You are giving them a gift. And I don't know about you, but I love giving gifts. It's my favorite thing ever. So we must pass this on. We must pass it on. Stop psyching yourself out and thinking about this in any other way other than this is the biggest blessing that you could ever give to somebody. That's what you need to, that's exactly how you go into it, and that's how you stay. That is your mindset. This is the biggest gift that you could give to someone, whether it be the opportunity for making money, or whether it be an opportunity to change their lives and how they feel about themselves and how they can help somebody else feel about themselves. Because that's truly what we're doing here. Has it helped my family financially? My God, it's saved us from the poorhouse, okay? However, that's not the biggest benefit of what it's done for me. And I know that it's not the biggest benefit of what it's done for half of you. It's given us so much more inside here. And that is what we have to pass on to as many men and women as we can, because we know boys can do this too. Our little Zach, our little orange status presenter Zach now, it shows all of us that it can be done by men as well. So it's not just limited to us. Okay. So sharing it with as many men and women as you can. We have to do that because they deserve it too. They deserve it. We see their value, we see their potential, and they deserve it. So that is what we have to do. We have to offer it to them. We have to stand true to our mission, which is to uplift, empower, and validate. We know that. And yes, it's uplift, empower, and validate women all over the world. But I like I said, Zach has changed that for many, many people. And it's not just uplift, empower, and validate for women all over the world. It's uplift, empower, and validate for everybody in the world. Okay. We are uplifting everyone. Another thing about mindset is that we must believe that people will want to join us. Stop looking at it as, like we're asking someone to spend money. Like you're not selling them an opportunity, you're giving them an opportunity. That's a huge thing. You are not selling them an opportunity, you are giving them an opportunity. Write that down. Okay. Write that down. Jill Magone. You are not selling them an opportunity. You are giving them an opportunity. God, that's good. That's good. I'm going to make a graphic of that. Okay. Anyways, so we have to believe that they will want to join this journey with us, that they will want this opportunity, because only then will people actually join you. Because that's how you have to speak to them. You have to speak to them the way you actually feel. And especially if you are talking to women, you have to lead with the emotion. You have to lead. It's not about the numbers. When you are talking to women, it is about how this makes you feel and how it can make them feel. So that is huge. when you are writing an opportunity message, when you are talking to someone who is a prospect, when you are doing any of that and you're trying to sponsor, you lead with emotion and how this has made you feel. Not leading with how this has changed your life financially or how this has done this or that or the other thing, but how it has made you feel. That emotion is going to get more people on your team than any number will. Talking about the sisterhood and what we have collectively together is going to have more people joining your team than talking about numbers and talking about makeup and talking about the kit. That stuff doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. So, and the last thing that I want to talk about, and this is so massively huge, and I really, really hope that you take this to heart. I really hope you do. I'm going to, obviously, I'm going to be adding more and more stuff to this as we go on throughout the weeks, because we are going to be I'm focusing on sponsoring this entire month and maybe next month and maybe the month after that and the month after that and the month after that, because that is what we need to be doing here. Okay. But I want you to know that if you are serious and you want to grow your business and you want to grow your empire and you want to grow and sustain a amazing business, an amazing team, then do not, and I cannot again stress this enough, do not use the presenter kit as an incentive to join. Do not use the presenter kit as an incentive to join. Use the frickin' opportunity. Use the blessing. Do not go to the frickin' opportunity or to the presenter kit. Do not lead with that. Do not do the, oh, well, you're going to receive over $400 in product for only $99. I can promise you that those, and this is straight from the mouth of Haley Ragsdale, that rarely escapes the lips of successful leaders. I promise you that rarely escapes the lips of successful leaders, is that you will receive over $400 in products for $99. And if some of you don't know who Haley Ragsdale is, she's a Wall of Influence mascara millionaire, okay? She is on our Wall of Influence, which means that she makes over 80 grand a month, okay, in Younique. So she's a little bit knowledgeable of it. I don't know, just a little. She kind of knows a little bit. So it's not. It is a juvenile path to sponsoring. It is a distributor's path to sponsoring. And we are not distributors. We are not distributors. So instead, we need to show them the possibilities. Like I said, we lead with the emotion. We need to show them the possibilities that they have with Younique. We need to reveal how it has changed our lives and how it's cost $99 to register for your new business. Not $99 for the kit. It cost $99 to register for your new business. Bottom line, if you recruit kidnappers, if you are promoting kidnapping, if you are leading with the kit, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to sell. They will fall off your team. You will waste your time. You will be losing out on potential PRS and commissions. Massively losing out on potential PRS and commissions. And lost the network of potential customers and team members that came from that branch, all because you were promoting kidnapping. Don't do it. Don't do it. You are better off hosting a party for someone and offering them a discount on a product than having them sign up and lose everything when they don't take advantage of the opportunity. You are losing all of that when you promote kidnapping. And a lot of people will say, well, I know that my sponsor was a kidnapper and now she's green or orange or purple or black status. Well, guess what? There are some green, purple, orange, and black status presenters that started off as kidnappers. That is absolutely true. It happens, but it doesn't happen often enough to risk the loss. Because if somebody's going to work, if you know that, you're going to know that. You're going to know if somebody's going to work. Okay? So the point of all of this is to sponsor up. Do not lead with the kit. Lead with the opportunity. We are not selling an opportunity. We are giving an opportunity. We are offering, we're gifting it. What was my quote? We are not selling an opportunity. We are giving an opportunity. That's right. Right? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay. So we have to stop leading with kit. We have to be building relationships, authentic conversations about why we love Younique, what it's done for us, how the emotion, the feeling of what it has done for us. And then things are going to start to move. I can promise you that. That's the bottom line. We have to lead with the emotion and stop leading with the kit and actually start taking action and doing the things that we know we have to do. Doing all of the things that we know we have to do. And that's it. That's it. I want to start 100 No's challenge, maybe a group or an event or something. And I'm going to work on that this week. But I really, really, really want to do that. I want us to actually start doing all of the things that we know we need to do. Because all of you know what you need to do. But if we're not doing them, there's no point, right? I'm going to stop recording now.